Hello, everyone. I am so excited to be spending time with you today. First, let me get a few thank yous out of the way. First, to my soror and to my co-laborer at Bethel AME Church in Ministry and in Purpose, soror Kimberly Lacey Foster. Thank you so much for always leading a charge, for always leading with your heart and being that servant-driven leader who just is so inclusive in stirring up the gifts in others and supporting others. I appreciate your invitation and thank you for working with me to help make our world a better place. It is also a great honor and pleasure to acknowledge the Bacillus of the Iota Lambda Omega chapter, Sharon Stanley Merriweather, as well as the first anti-bacillus and program chairman, Dr. Angela L. Williams. I'd like to also thank the HBCU for Life Committee co-chairs, Rhea Wilson and Antoinette Childs. I'd love to also extend a heartfelt thank you to the entire HBCU for Life Call to Action Committee, and greetings to Soror Latosha Madden and every single soror, a member of the Iota Lambda Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Thank you and thank you again. I'm excited to be here. I need to issue also a few warnings. I have a 2-year-old puppy. Her name is Nala. She thinks she's a cat. You may see her climb into this windowsill and take in the fresh air because that's what she does. She's a cat dog. She's not bound by labels. You can't tell her how to be her. And so you might see that happen. She's okay. I'm also here coming to you from the beautiful downtown near Inner Harbor area of Baltimore, Maryland. So, sometimes the sounds and the essence of the city will ring through. So I hope that they won't be too distracting and that we'll enjoy our time together. I know I will. I just want to start by lifting a few movies that you've probably heard of. School Days, Drumline, Stomp the Yard, The Great Debaters, and even Queen Bee's Homecoming Tribute at Coachella. All great movies, all great content. And yes, they do in some ways give you these small insights and glimpses into some of the isness that makes HBCUs, like my own alma mater, Alabama A&M University, so unique. Go Bulldogs, A.M., 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 U. Okay, I can feel the cheerleader in me coming back. I got it. They're all unique, they're all different, and they are all such gems in the crown of higher learning and education. But if you really want to know what created some of the great change agents and influencers of our time, you have to dig a little bit deeper. I'm talking about people like Martin Luther King Jr., Booker T. Washington, Langston Hughes, W.E.B. Du Bois. Now, if you don't know who these people are, you need to be writing these names down and looking them up, okay? Toni Morrison, Toni Braxton, Marlon Wayans, Wanda Sykes, Samuel L. Jackson, Spike Lee, P. Diddy, Sean Combs, whichever name he's going by now, Chadwick Boseman. Oh, our Chadman, we love you. Wakanda forever, brother. People like Oprah and this girl, Janette R. Smith. What do we all have in common? We're all graduates and or students shaped by the unique experiences of attending a historically Black college and university. As a 16-year-old who was ahead in school by a year, but younger than my classmates, I needed an environment that would accept me where I was and help me discover my true purpose, not just push me into a program to get a piece of worthless paper after 4 years. And it was on the campus of my HBCU that I learned about service to the community as a Kappa sweetheart. I went on to explode more fully into my gifts and unique essence when I pledged Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority under the Gamma Mu chapter there on the Hill. And then I was there on the campus of my HBCU when I discovered my love for storytelling and the gift I had for writing that turned into a nearly 30-year career as an honored, award-winning journalist, TV news anchor, and entertainment host. You can go anywhere for a degree, you can get one online if you want to. But I have found that HBCUs dig deeper to make sure that BIPOC, that's Black, Indigenous, people of color, know certain things. They want us to know that we see you, we value you, we believe in you, and we will advocate for you and stir up the gifts and talents in you. They call it a high-touch environment, a culture of care. Now, the power of the HBCU experience takes students who are often either underlooked or maybe even beasts in their field, but often made to play small so that others feel better, and helps them develop fully into who they are and understand what potential they have. Not just at an individual level, but as a family, as a unit, as a tribe. So don't get it twisted, though. Historically, Black colleges are also known for offering some of the best curriculums and connections when it comes to things like arts, media, and communications, as well as medical schools. HBCUs were established before 1964 to make sure that Black students and students of color from varying backgrounds would never be denied. There's a commitment at HBCUs for a high-touch environment and mentoring so that nobody slips through the cracks. Your education there includes a focus on how to walk in and affect change around you, how to process and get involved in positive ways with the social and political issues that impact the success of BIPOC communities and its members. No one should ever be held back, not because of family obligations or finances or a deeper need for mentorship. Helping you find and lean into your strengths, busting down the scarcity mindset and disempowering labels that we can often get stuck with. That's the stuff of HBCUs. You're accepted for who you are in totality, your full isness, your full culture, that swagger that you have, that inspo that you're looking for. You can get it there at HBCUs as a creator and as a mirror to others. And it's celebrated every day in every way. Now, it wouldn't be me if I didn't keep it 100 with you, okay? There are pros and cons to everything, and the same is true about HBCUs. So I would just say, make sure you do your research. Some things to look into is funding. Make sure you research the scholarships and financial aid options that are available before you go. Also, I highly recommend checking into the dormitory or living situations. Make sure that that's something that, is up to your specs and up to your standards. Fortunately for you all, you have 4 great options right here in our own backyard. I'm talking about Morgan State, Coppin State, Bowie State, and the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. What you will find as the common thread is that all of these systems are designed and focused on helping you succeed. Now, as I continue to keep it 100 with you, PWIs, or predominantly white institutions, they're still working through and dealing with institutionalized systems of racism and implicit biases that, sometimes make us feel singled out for how we look or how we walk or talk or carry ourselves. And while some of that in many ways is getting addressed or better, it's just not quite there yet. Helping you do the inner work, doing the self-excavation, that's another unique part that HBCUs can offer you. So you learn more about yourself, not just getting a book education or developing your intelligentsia. They want you to understand and know yourself better, and even learn more about your lesser strengths so that you can be empowered to walk into any situation, any circumstance, and know your worth, knowing that you deserve a chair at the table. Heck, you can build your own table for that matter. And that's not something that BIPOC students are always reminded of in every college campus. Many high achievers get their undergraduate degrees at an HBCU and then are led by purpose into pursuing a master's or a PhD outside the HBCU system. That can be you too. But even those students will tell you they never forget and always give thanks for what was sown into them at the undergraduate level. It's the stuff that made them able to thrive at any Ivy League or PWI institution. And that's something that can never be taken away from you. The UNCF, formerly known as the United Negro College Fund, reports that though HBCUs make up only 3% of the country's colleges and universities, they enroll 10% of all African American students and produce almost 20% of all African American graduates or persons of color. So my question is, are you next? That's my question. Are you the one, that next change maker, that next change agent, that real life, real-time influencer, that one that will make a mark in our culture and society that no one can erase? I believe you are. I believe you are. HBCUs were relevant yesterday, they're relevant today, and they are relevant forever. So remember them as you move toward that part of your educational journey. And then lock in, dream, believe, and build. The world is waiting for you. Let's get it.